excellent meal, Barrymore. Please thank Mrs. Barrymore for us.
Thank you, sir. Shall be pleased you enjoyed it.
Well, Dr. Watson, shall we?
Sir. Barrymore. What is it?
Sir, my wife and I will be happy to stay with you until you've settled in and made your arrangements.
But your family's been with us for generations. Sorry to start my life here, breaking an old family connection.
Thank you, sir. My wife and I were much attached to Sir Charles, and his death. We feel that nothing can be... We feel we shall never be easy here at the Hall, sir.
Right. Well, what do you mean to do?
Oh, Sir Charles's generosity has given us the means to set up in business in a small way, sir.
Ah. Well, thank you for telling me. Might I look forward to you pulling me a pint in your own house one day?
Well, that is the sort of thing, sir. Thank you, sir.
Good. Mind you call it Baskerville Arms.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
That man is frightened.
Yes.
Sure.
Turning into a rough night.
I shall walk over to the post office at Grimpen in the morning.
Ah.
I'm sorry, but Holmes asked me not to let you leave the house without...
Doctor, this shall take care of any dog that I may meet in your absence.
Even armed.
All right. Tomorrow morning she'll find me at home. I'm safe at home, am I?
Well, that's what Holmes believes.
It's an ugly and dangerous business, Watson. I shall be glad to have you back, safe and sound, in Baker Street once more.
It's a realm in which the most accomplished detective is helpless. There are certain things here which are impossible to reconcile to the settled order of nature.
above all, avoid the moor, where, as the old parchment quaintly puts it, the powers of evil are exalted. Do you know what the residue of Sir Cherles Baskerville's estate was? Close on 1 million. Such a sum has a distinctive materiality about it.
Good morning. How are you today?
Oh, very well, thank you.
Here we are.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Goodbye.
Goodbye, sir.
Dr. Watson? Excuse my presumption. Dr. Mortimer pointed you out to me. From the window of his surgery as you passed. Possibly he's told you my name. Stapleton, of Merripit House.
Yes, indeed. How do you do?
We were concerned. Frankland, Mortimer and I.
Concerned?
Lest Sir Henry should not come. You know the legend of the fiend Hound. We thought it might seize his imagination just as it seized poor Sir Charles's. How is Mr. Sherlock Holmes? Dr. Watson, you are here. It follows then that Mr. Holmes is interested.
I'm afraid I cannot answer your question.
Well, may I ask if he is going to honor us with a visit himself?
He cannot leave town. Other cases engage his attention. I assure you I'm simply here to visit my friend Sir Henry. I do not need help.
I apologize for the intrusion. A moderate walk along this path brings us to Merripit House. I wonder... Well, perhaps you would spare me an hour, Dr. Watson, that I might have the pleasure of introducing you to my sister.
I'm expected back at Baskerville Hall. No, I'm sure an hour will not hurt. Thank you, Mr. Stapleton. It was entomology, was it, that brought you to the moor?
Indeed. Although I delight in it for its own sake, it is so vast, so barren, so mysterious. Well, there, for instance. What do you make of that?
It would be a rare place for a gallop.
That is the great Grimpen Mire. False step there means death, to man or beast. Well, only yesterday I saw one of the moor ponies wander into it. Never came out. I could see his head for quite some time, straining out of the bog hole. It sucked him down at last. Even in the dry season it is a danger to cross it, but after these recent rains, it is an awful place. And yet, I can find my way to the very heart of it and return alive.
But why should you wish to visit such a horrible place?
You see the low hills there beyond it? They're really islands. Flora there is undisturbed, which means, of course, that rare species can breed there. And one of them, a subspecies, like Canidae, is unique to the place. In fact, I'm credited with its discovery.
Really?
Moor is full of noises.
What was it?
The peasants say it is the hound of the Baskervilles calling for its prey.
You don't believe such nonsense, surely?
Did you ever hear the boom of a bittern?
No.
The bird is said now to be confined to and set in Norfolk fens, but why not here? I've heard its cry described as being something between a foghorn and a soul in torment. What do you think? Ah. Hi, Arlie.
Go back! Go straight to London instantly! For God's sake, do what I ask. Go back and never set foot on the moor again. Shh! My brother is coming.
Miss Stapleton?
Get away from this place at all costs! Do you see that orchid?
Yes, I do.
It's a pity you came so late. Our best orchids are nearly over. Jack!
You have introduced yourselves, I see.
Yes. I was telling Sir Henry it's a pity he has missed the beauties of the moor.
Oh, were I Sir Henry, Miss Stapleton, I'm sure I would not miss your beauty, but I'm afraid I am not. Sir Henry, that is. Merely his friend, my Dr. John Watson at your service. Did you catch your butterfly?
No. Harley flies like a witch, I'm afraid.
Ah, there.
Oh, yes.
You must forgive and forget my foolish outburst, Dr. Watson.
I cannot forget, Miss Stapleton.
You must!
Sir Henry is my friend. His welfare is a very close concern of mine. Tell me why you are so eager that he should return to London.
You know the story of the Hound.
I do not believe such nonsense.
But I do. If you have any influence with Sir Henry, take him away.
I fear that unless you can give me more definite information than this, it would be impossible to get him to move.
I cannot say anything definite, for I do not know anything definite.
Miss Stapleton, I would ask you one more question. If you meant no more than this when you first spoke to me, why were you so eager that your brother should not overhear what you said? There is nothing to which he or anybody else could object.
My brother is very anxious to have the hall inhabited. He thinks it's for the good of the poor folk upon the moor. He would be very angry if he knew I had said anything which might induce Sir Henry to go away.
Any luck?
Afraid not. Flies like a witch. And so beautiful. Pale clouded yellow. I have a number of them, of course. I must show you my collection.
The English Lepidoptera are my view.